Hello guys, it's good to be back. Well, on this session I'll be talking on relationship. I know that's what you guys wanted, so I'll be talking on it. Well, before I start, there's this Bible passage I would like to talk on. It will help most of you, honestly speaking. To help you, it has been helping me, and my best passage in the Bible. That's Matthew 6:33, which says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and he will give you everything you need." I discovered this Bible passage when I was leaving university. Up to date, I still use it. Like, see, once you seek God's kingdom, anything you want, whether marriage, house, cars, money, anything, he will give it to you. Honestly, you can give it a try. Just give it a try. Honestly, just give it a try. Just seek his kingdom and his righteousness, and you'll see that even without you asking, God will be settling all those things for you. It will come, honestly. Okay, that aside, okay, back to the above topic, relationship. Honestly, before you enter into any relationship, I would advise ladies, know yourself. And what do I mean by know yourself? Know yourself spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Know yourself. Honestly, you need to know those three things I mentioned. You need to know them about yourself. You need to know them. So I'm going to talk about myself now as an example. And before I go married, I'm going to talk about myself so you can learn one or two things from my experience. Okay, I dated a few guys before I ended up getting married. Okay, the few guys I dated, I learned one or two things from them, which made me to know what I really wanted in a man. And there's this thing, like, should I say, while I was dating them, right? I didn't enter into sexual relationship with them. Like, I didn't have sex with them, and the reason is because I didn't know myself. I know the kind of person I am. Like, okay, if I have sex with you and I ended up not marrying you and all, I'll be bitter, I'll regret the actions, I might feel like hurting you and all of that. I might not like it, the all of that. So I didn't know myself. I didn't know that, oh, this is what I don't want. So I already set down boundaries. Okay, sex, when it comes to sex, see, just forget it. I'm not after money, because guys, these guys are nowadays, oh, you don't want to have sex with me and you want money. It's not possible. I'm okay on my own. I don't need your money. So don't bother. If you want to give me money, no matter how small it is, fine, I'll appreciate it. But if you don't want to give me, fine, it's okay. I'm not after money, but this is what is on my own table. This is what I'm bringing forth on the table. A lady that is okay, and then I'm not after your money. What I want is, I want to see how both of us will go, if we end up together, or I just want to have a relationship with you, not that for sexual and to end up. Just know yourself, know what you want as a lady. So these few guys I dated, and honestly, be hearing it's not possible. How can you be hearing this guy say it's not possible? I can't date someone that I'm not a sexual contact. See, my ladies, it's possible. The man I got married to, I dated him for 4 years. I didn't have sex with him. It's possible for you to date someone and you not have sex with the person. It is possible. Not anyone to deceive you that it's not possible. Guys are nowadays. You can go out there and be doing it fine. That is business. You might not be aware of it, or you might not know of it, but know yourself. Set boundaries. Don't do what you regret later. If it's money, maybe you spend it and you regret that I gave my school fees to a guy. Know yourself. Set boundaries before entering that relationship. Honestly, you need to set it. So I didn't knew myself, so I was just entering the relationship. And there's something I need to mention too. Some of you just feel, like, okay, sexual contact is all about STD, like if I have sex using condom. So yes, you see, there are sometimes because I know some Christian sisters, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to have sex, but okay, you guys will have some things like maybe kissing, contact and all of that, but you are not having the main sex. Excuse me, there are some STD that you don't have to have sex. It's just skin to skin contact. HPV is there as an example. Human papilloma virus. You know until you have sex. And then I say you contacted it during that process. What will you say? You can be lucky, God might heal you, anything can happen, but you won't want to risk such. So you have to be careful. That's the advice I want to give. Don't be like me. I'm a good girl though. So know yourself. All this while I was dating those guys, there's something that was so common among them. Like I noticed that they were kind of secretive. They don't. They hide. They like to hide things. They can't give you their phone, their email password. They're always hiding something to themselves. There's something that they can't open up to you about. You know, family matters now. Just normal things, so they can't open up to you. So I'm like, this is serious. This is not what I want. I wanted someone that it was while dating them. I knew the kind of man I wanted. Like, well, I knew I wasn't a lady after money. I knew I wasn't a lady that is after so many buy me this, buy me that. I just wanted someone that was like, I wanted someone that would be honest with me, like so plain. If I say you love me, then you shouldn't tell lies to me. You should be open, plain. You don't have to be hiding things on all of that. Even though you're hiding, if I confront you to what, you should be able to say the truth on all of that. Or even minor things like, oh, your ATM password, all those things. If you can't tell me all those things, then there are just signs out there that you know that you guys might have problem in marriage. Like this guy may not be able to come together with you. Like you guys can't be one in some certain things. So I knew there was a problem with all of that. And there's something again, you know, most men, majority of them, not all, do shit. So when I enter one, I saw this one, the same thing. How I could not believe, like, oh, once you are caught cheating, all of that, I'll just leave you. Beg. So till I met the man I wanted, and what attracted me to him was why we met online though. So we were talking online, like calls, chat, and all of that. We haven't even met, and he gave me his email password. I knew his email and password after some conversation we have had. I was like, who does this? Even the guys I've dated, like none will give you their password to their email. Like really, like that caught me unaware. Like that was one sign. Like okay. So the second one, he was into something. So he told the person to, like all this online stuff was still going on there. Let me just maybe it was MMA or so, I don't know. One of those online stuff. So he told the person to pay to me. I was into it too. He told the person to pay into me, that will collect it from me. I'm like, oh, you have not met me. I think someone to pay into me. Though we are planning of meeting. He told the person to pay into my account. Like, who does that? Who trusts a stranger for? And this is money matter. You're trusting me over your money. And all the guys I've met, even the ones I've dated, none of them will trust you over money, over ATM, over all of this. And you that I barely know, you haven't even seen me, you're trusting me over all these things. I'm like, wow, these are good signs. This is what I wanted. Like, I don't care every other thing. This is what I wanted, because me, I was seeing beyond, like, oh, if someone can be so open to you with all those things, like those passwords, all those things, they will be able to work together. So I was like, wow, that's nice. And he came out playing, told me everything about himself. I told him about myself. We weren't both in a relationship then, or we're not happy and all of that. So in our relationship, but we decided to come together and make each other happy. Like, oh, we saw what we wanted. We attracted one another with those signs. He saw what he wanted to. So that was what brought us together. And when I met him, at least I also had to bring something on his own table. And he is the kind of person, like, sorry for saying, he's the kind of person like, oh, he's a social guy. All these guys, and once they meet a lady, they want to have something. They don't know, I'm this kind of lady, like, okay, no say so. So, it was funny. On the first day we met, Oga wanted to get down. Oga, sorry, it's not possible. It's try. Like, it was already over. Like, Oga, no. It's a no. So I made myself different among all the ladies he has met. Like, all ladies he has met, maybe first day they have got, like first day they would have had something together, or second day whatsoever. I told him, Oga, no. So I'm sure he was shocked, like, despite the likeness, despite the love and everything, this guy said no. Yes, no. So I'm sure that was what attracted him. So we were dating for 4 years, right? Yeah, I said we dated for 4 years. I was in Abuja, it was in Lagos. Yeah, there was distance, but we used to see it come to Abuja. I got a job at Abuja, and funniest thing, do you know what? Guess what? When it was time, like 2018 or 2019, I was posted to Lagos from Abuja. And I was angry because I wanted to stay in Abuja. I was really liking Abuja life. Like, I was looking all day fresh. Life was easy. I was making connections and everything was going on smoothly. So I never mind settling in Abuja because Abuja really exposed me to things that I didn't know while I was in Akure and all of that. So I was like, no, I'm not going to Lagos. I've forgotten that I was having a boyfriend in Lagos because I already seen big life in Abuja. I'm not going to Lagos. Then I was like, oh, and I remember I made a call, and someone was like, I forgot you have a boyfriend in Lagos, and I thought you said you want to do this. How will you guys be able to work as one if you're in Abuja in Lagos? So I already talked to him about it, like, okay, guy, will you be able to cope with Abuja? I said, no problem. I mean, I thought there was no problem about it. I'll get an accommodation in Abuja. I guess you're in Lagos, so I will see once in a while. Like, fine, it's okay. But God made them to post me to Lagos, and I transferred. I came to Lagos. I was not happy, but I came to Lagos, not knowing that it was God's plan. Maybe it was ready. It was time for us to come as one, to settle down and all of that. But me, I never saw it coming. I never knew I was going to get married to him. I didn't see all those things. So I came to Lagos. When we came to Lagos, we started cutting together and all of that. That was when we decided to get an accommodation together, stay together for the first time. We're not staying together before now. Stay together. More courtship is important. That's another advice I would advise singles before you get married. Courtship, like court with whoever you're going to get married to. It's very important. Honestly, it is very, very important. Very important. Because courtship will expose you to so many things. You will see so many things. So many things. You will see them. So we're cutting together. I saw things so in courtship, like I saw things. If I should see them maybe when we were married, I will run out. I won't stay. I will come out fast. The way you see people that they got married maybe this month, within how many weeks or 1 month or 1 year, they are out. It's not their fault. I will not blame anyone. It's not their fault. Everybody we are not the same things. Everybody that can handle some things or emotional things. It's not everybody that can handle so many things in marriage. It's not everybody. It's not their fault. I won't blame them, but at the same time, it is God. It's God that is holding marriage in this. I don't know. It's just God. Honestly, it is. Even before marriage, a lot of couples out there face a lot of things before marriage. It was war. I talked to some married couples like, excuse me, is this war marriage all about? Is this war? Like, why are people not lying out there? Why are people saying this is like, if this is how it was, maybe I won't thought of getting married. Like, what is this now? And all those things happened after our introduction, and okay, we did court, so we already picked a date for marriage, and I was seeing all those things. I was like, excuse me, I don't think I can cope with this, so I don't think I'm even ready to continue with it. At a point, I cancelled the marriage the date for already picked. I cancelled it at the point, like, that's between both of us. I told him, Oga, I'm not interested again. No, like, if I thought I had to face any challenges in life, it's not in marriage. I beg, I'm not interested. I even told God, like, God, please, I beg, if I want to face any challenges with those ones I face, is enough. I don't want a marriage. As in, I'm not ready for that. Like, emotionally and everything, I'm not okay for that. It was like, it wasn't funny, honestly. It wasn't. Kudos to married women. Like, kudos to them. Honestly, just give it to them. You see them smile, you see them all happy. It's not easy. There are sweet times, there are bad times, there are good times. All those times together made it awesome. Well, courtship. It wasn't funny, as I said. Another thing I want to say, my sisters that are yet to marry, or you are in a relationship, see, there are some other things to look for in a guy. If possible, look for a guy that has a relationship with God. It's not someone that is just going to church, or someone that is just going to church to say hallelujah, praise the Lord. Like I went to church today, snap picture. Not all about that. Look for someone that has personal relationship with God, someone that knows God, like he knows right from wrong. It's important. I'm serious, very important. Very, very important. You might not know why now, but later you might thank me like, sister, thank you for telling me to look for someone that has a relationship with God. It's important. Honestly. Well, was it funny? It was in courtship. I remember what God said. God said, trust no one. It should be me. I wanted to trust someone. Like I was looking for someone that I could trust. God said, trust no one except him. When he was saying, he knew what he was saying now. The heart of man is desperately wicked. It's only him that knows the heart of man. The only one that knows it and can tell you what is in that of man. The mouth is full of deceit. The heart is different. Trust no one. Only God you should trust. So as I said, look for someone that has personal relationship with God. I'm saying it again. I've said it many times. Look for it. It's very important again. It was in courtship. I shed tears so when I was courting. Like, no. This is not what I really want. This is not what the things I saw. If I saw them in marriage, I would run out to massage day. Like, I won't even wait a second. I saw them doing courtship fine. But at the same time, what happened was, devil was trying to discourage me from getting married to him too. Devil was also at work. He knew what was ahead was good. So he was looking for all ways to destroy him, not to happen. There's another thing that happened. You sisters, friends, ladies, whatever, be careful of prophets. People that will come and say different kind of prophecy into your life. Be careful. Know the right ones, know the wrong ones. You know that there are not some, there are women of God. They have that phone. Like there's one particular one that has told me some things that yes, so it works, it was right, and it came with something that was wrong later on. I'm like, excuse me, like in my mind, like, are you not still hearing from God or what happened? Like in my mind, but later I discovered that God can also talk, devil can also talk, but you must be able to differentiate who is talking to you, and probably be able to differentiate. I was confused, so they almost like destroyed the whole marriage and everything for me. When getting married, almost destroyed everything that was disturbed mentally. I was not okay at that point, and I noticed that it's not only me. It happens to many people that are about getting married. They face a lot of challenges before getting married. Like it's just God that used to make them to get married at last. It's always serious. I was like, wow. And what the man said, one prophet, what he said was like, oh, this guy is not ready. This guy is not this. This is. Actually, yes, he's not ready, but I made him to be ready. Sometimes he might not be ready. You know, now in this country, now we women, we have like, let's say, an edge over the men now. Sometimes you can even have more than your man or anything. It depends. But once you guys are one, you are one. It doesn't matter whether you have money more than your husband. You are one. Financially, both of you are one. Everything, both of you are one already. That aside. So that's what the prophecy. This. And the prophecy was what was happening physically. And I was like, oh, this is true. Well, I've cancelled the date for the marriage, so good. Let me just look for someone else or this or that. And at the same time, I had to call my own personal prophet that yes, so I can still rely on what he says. So I called him and I called her to like two of them to pray deeply. Me, I don't used to hear, or at least I do see signs, but I don't used to hear from God, but I see signs. So when one of them called, she said, God does not change his word. God that said is the one, will not say he's not the one. That I should not allow anyone to come and tell me this, that. And I remember she once said that marriage should still hold that year. And if I did not do the marriage that year, God said he does not have a hand in it, because he has things he wants to do for me for the marriage. In my mind, I was like, oh, truly, God does not change his word. If God has said this before, he will not say something else again. It's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. So where is this one coming from that is saying this is, even though it's happening, so who is this one that is saying this is? Oh, so that word sank into me like, oh, it's one of those things. Then I have to look for ways to sort out the issues I'm having with him, like, oh, me canceling the plan and everything and blah blah blah. So I sorted it out, and I was wondering like, what happened to this lady? Or is this one okay? I don't know that. So we sorted it out. That's it. And guess what? Okay, we won't pray, we fasted before the wedding and all of that. To my surprise, the whole wedding came out wonderfully well. Like, we're not having so much in our account and all of that. People surprised us, blessed us. My wedding gown self, I got it free for a giveaway. The lady said I should pick my choice out of the luxurious wedding gown. Since we're just working out well, like so well. We weren't planning, okay, because of COVID-19, we were planning on doing the wedding in the house, like my father's compound, because it was so big. Like, okay, we can just use in the compound and all of that. Before we knew it, parents already collected our all for the wedding. Like, since a day before the wedding, that was when I got DJ light band. Even the light band, the price was as in everything just worked out perfectly well, like a proper wedding. And we didn't plan for any of this. Honestly, we didn't plan for any one of it, because we were planning small wedding in the house or something. It just turned out big. And how can something turn out big without money? And God showed up. We didn't owe one single vendor. We didn't owe anyone. We paid everyone. And I also ensured that my mom didn't owe anyone. My parents, they didn't owe anyone. Do you think? Even people that we did not expect to give us money, maybe people around, maybe selling things, drinking water, they all surprised us. People brought in drinks, water. People are just coming in with doing something, or like, God is in support of this wedding. I saw God's hand. Like, you will know that, yes, so God's hand is in support of this wedding. God's sign toward this wedding. So my people, differentiate between God's prophet, like differentiate who is saying the right thing. They might be true, but know what is right. Like, know the one that is right. Don't just settle for whatever they say, so you end up settling for what is wrong and all of that. You have to ask God for wisdom. I pray for God's wisdom, knowledge and understanding to handle things. You have to pray for it. And there's something you can't, okay, let's say something you can't change your mind. I thought I could change your mind, like when I was seeing all those things he was doing this courtship. I fought him most serious fight, like at the point I lock him up, like, are you okay? Why are you doing? You can't change your mind. Just go on your knees, pray to God. There's nothing you tell God that does not listen to. There's nothing. When I started praying for him, and before you know, after wedding, things have been sweet though. Things are going on smoothly. Issues, if you have issues, we talk it out, we sort it out. Communication has been so important and all of that. The so-called phone thing, I'll be like, don't touch my phone, this one. I have access to his phone. If I want to pick up his phone, I have access to his WhatsApp, all of that. See, when you are married, both of you are on one. There's nothing like my phone is my phone, my this thing is my. There's nothing like that. I used to hear people say no. It's to cause issues. Excuse me. There's nothing like that. Your phone is our phone. Your finances is our finances. There's nothing like my wife's money is my wife's money, my husband's money is my husband's money. Okay, you can be doing that, but what may I know for Christians and what I know is we are one. It's not it's our money. Husband and wife should be able to operate in one accord, like both of you are on one already, and everything should be in one accord. Nothing like mine. You guys should be able to understand one another. Your wife is doing this, you have to trust your wife for doing this or doing that. You guys are one. Before I forget, I remember another thing marriage will teach you is you will learn how to forgive and move on. Marriage will teach you that. Honestly speaking, it's real. I remember one incident that happened. I was talking to one of my couple friends. Then my hubby offended me, so I was angry and all of that. So I was trying to get their view about it, and both of them were laughing. Like the husband said, "You don't know anything." That like, what are those things? Like, I don't get it. Like, they were just looking at me like it was so funny to them. They were looking at me like, You know the funniest thing, they told me to prepare food. That, okay, they asked me if he's coming back home soon. I said, yeah, he's coming back home soon. They said, okay, prepare food for him. That we prepare food. I said, I've not. They said, okay, go and prepare food for him. When he comes, welcome him and act as if nothing happened. I said, eh? They said, act as if nothing happened. I said, I don't get it. Why will I act like something happened when something happened? I don't know how to pretend. I was, no, that's how you do it. So the wife said, look at you do as if nothing happened. You will serve him food. You ask where you do this. Or like, I remember that. That's how this mother used to do. They just, I don't care attitude. Like, probably I start doing I don't care attitude. Like, nothing happens, still serving, acting as if all is well when all is not well. No, I don't know that one. No. But you see all these married people, that's what they used to act. They act as if all is well when all is not well. Married will teach you that. Me, I'm still learning. I'm not yet perfect, but till then, I'm still learning it. So just act like that. Actually, I acted like that day. Cooked the food, everything, came back, I welcomed him, family food, was just looking so surprised. Like, is this one number that this is not my wife? Like, it was so surprised. It was kind of worried, like, no, my wife will complain, we do this, we do that, we do. I mean, I was just burning inside me. I was already wanting, like, I was just trying to calm down, like, let me just add this. Then see, it was actually painful, like, somebody would have advised us, what would have said this, what would have happened? No, this is not my wife. I actually saw it worked though, it worked, but that's not me. But I'm learning. I'm not perfect. As days goes by, you learn one or two things. You guys just work things out between yourself and all of that. And people that already have experience in it, people that are already, then you hear people saying 25, 30, 40. You learn from them. Pick the good ones, learn from them. Or the key things I think you guys need. I've said it. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much. Next session, I'll be talking on something more interesting soon.